Good morning, my friends. Tuesday morning, 9 a.m. Eastern. Welcome, welcome to my Stampin' for Fun Facebook page. My name is Genevieve Coe. I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in Markham, Ontario, Canada, and I love sharing what I create with you. My story is that I started out as a demonstrator over 15 years ago and really started just so that I could enjoy the discount, purchase some things at a discounted price. And I honestly thought it would just be, just till I got everything that I needed. But I guess there were other plans for me because I love kind of connecting with people. And so that's why I love to hop on each week on Tuesday morning and share what I'm crafting. I'd love to connect with you as you're joining in. Feel free to chatter in the comments. Um, Feel free to attend any of my classes in person or online because I realize the joy for me is not just crafting all by myself down here, but sharing it with others, being excited with you about new product or new creations or new techniques. It's just fun to do it together. So 15 years later, here I am. Thank you to those of you joining me, whether you're watching live or watching the replay. I love to share what I'm creating with you. So go ahead, say hello in the comments. I do like to pick a little winner from the comments to receive a little bit of happy mail. I think last week it was Carolyn Ladder. So I don't think I have your address, Carolyn. So I tried to message you. If you could just please let me know your address and I can send you a little happy mail. So thank you for joining and adding to the conversation and adding to the excitement when we're together. So, thank you to those of you who also just were so supportive about me as I'm pondering whether this is the best time to do my Facebook Lives. And I think I'm just going to leave it as is because I think changing all the time is confusing for everyone. So I know it was already bad enough when I changed from Tuesday afternoon to Tuesday morning. So we'll just leave it at 9 a.m. on Tuesday mornings for now, 9 a.m. Eastern. But of course, if technology works as planned, the replay should always be available for you to enjoy, no matter when you have time to connect in. Hi, Betty. Yes, I'm happy to spend time with you guys as well. So I'm super excited. I'm very proud of myself. I have already started planning all the stamping projects for next month's Facebook Lives. And for those of you that don't know, the projects that I show in my Facebook Lives, you can actually earn the packets for free just by placing an online order of $60 or more. So this is the perfect time to shop because Saleabration is on. And not only do you get a free gift from me, the card packets for my Facebook Live projects, you'll also get a free gift from Stampin' Up! When your order is $60 or more. So my offer is just for those of you who shop online and take advantage of all the perks of using my online store, direct shipping. You can see exactly what's in stock. So I'm excited because I've already started prepping all the cards for next month's Facebook Live. Maureen, are you still watching? You would be so proud of me. Maureen is one of the Team Stick girls, and she's known on our team for being super organized. And I used to like plan my Facebook Live projects, an hour before I would go live. But now that I've got it combined with as a thank you ordering incentive, I do have to plan ahead. And the other cool thing about my projects that I share on Facebook Live, my Team Stick stampers get them just for only $10. So they don't have to place an order because I want them to take advantage of their own demonstrator discount and shop for themselves. But they can still get the project simply by, um, a $10 flat fee. And then that includes the shipping because I have girls on my Team Stick Stampers all across Canada. So that's one of the perks of joining the Team Stick Stampers. And Saleabration is an excellent time to join my team. I don't actually understand why anyone would not join. If you haven't joined, now is the time to join because you can get this super cute boho mini cut and emboss machine. I'll probably be using the cut and emboss machine today on my project so you can see how it works. But it's a special offer during Saleabration. If you want to get the starter kit, you get to choose $225 worth of product. You pay only $135, no shipping. If you want to add on this exclusive boho mini machine, which is just for people who get the starter kit during celebration, then you just tack on another $40, which is great value because normally the cut and emboss machine mini is, I want to say it's like $86 or something. So it's a wonderful time to join my team, not just for the deal of the starter kit, but already I can't understand. Like, if you haven't joined yet, if you love stamping, if you love the new products, if you love being first to see everything, like there's no reason to not join and take advantage of the starter kit. But there's so much more than that. So if there's something you're not understanding, I think most of the time people are like, oh, I'm not going to join. There must be a catch. Like the offer's too good to be true. So just message me and we can have a quick messenger call or whatever, because I am happy to answer your questions. It was the best decision that I ever made because there's no stress. It's an amazing community of um, just really supportive community, and we have fun. You belong somewhere where you can talk about paper without being mocked. That's what I think. So welcome to all of you who would like to join my team. I am happy to have you join and enjoy the community. Hi, Nan. Glad you're able to join in. How's the weather out there in Nova Scotia? So I hear we're coming to a storm apparently tomorrow. So I don't know. If you've watched me for a while, you'll know that winter is like my least favorite season. Hence why I went away for some sunshine during the holiday break. And so I'm super jealous of Rose, who commented earlier. She's in Florida. Yay, Rose. That's where I'd like to be and getting some sunshine. Okay, so let me flip the camera over. Let's do some stamping. Just a reminder, I do have quite a number of classes happening in February, which is pretty exciting. Means I'll be busy in the craft cave, but we've got the stamp camp, the Jen and Jen stamp camp. We're calling it the Get Set for Spring Stamp Camp with Jen and Jen. So 10 different projects. You can do them on your own time. You'll get access to an exclusive Facebook group. Jennifer Cotton in the US, and I will be partnering together to create these 10 different projects for you. Plus, if you want, you can add on optional classes. We're doing the Playing in the Rain um, class. So look at this adorable Playing in the Rain stamp set. You get this stamp set included when you register for my Playing in the Rain class. Now, and you get tutorials and photographs and 6 different projects. So yes, if you already have this stamp set, I know many of you purchased it right at the beginning when I did my kickoff because it's so cute. Why wouldn't you purchase it? Don't worry, you can just substitute another stamp set of equal or lesser value as a class. So especially if you already have the bundle or the stamp set, definitely sign up for my class because you're going to get 6 different projects and ideas and inspiration using that stamp set. So we've got the Get Set for Spring Jen and Jen Stamp Camp with 10 different projects. And then if you want to add on, or you can take as a standalone, the Playing in the Rain class, 6 projects, and as well the On the Farm stamp set. We'll be doing a class with that as well. Plus, I'm celebrating 15 years as Stampin' Up! Demonstrators, so I'll be sprinkling some special things throughout the year. And so the first thing I announced last week was my lunch, laugh, and craft session in person at the Swiss Chalet in Markham. Anybody who can drive to the Swiss Chalet in Markham is welcome to attend. I'm just ready to get back to crafting with people in person, and why not do it over lunch? And a huge part of the stamping for me is not just the products, although I know I drool sometimes when I talk about the products, but it's also the friendships that happen around the table. So I thought it's time to get back to that. And all you have to do to register for that, my link should be in the description to register for any of my classes. And for Lunch, Laugh, and Craft, we'll be making 3 cards. Oh, I have a little sneak peek. Okay, so close your eyes if you registered and you don't want to see what cards we're making. But here's a little sneak peek because I'm thinking friendship, Valentine's. So here's a little sneak peek of the cute cards that we'll be making. We'll actually be making 3 at the Swiss Chalet, and it's only $20, but free if you place an order on the day of the Lunch, Laugh, and Craft, which is February 7th. And then you just purchase your lunch through the Swiss Chalet. So it is obligatory to purchase a meal. That's the agreement that I have with the restaurant to let me like lay out my grid paper and bring my stamps and craft. So the agreement is that all the class attendees will purchase and pay for lunch at the Swiss Chalet. So that'll be part of the experience. I thought Swiss Chalet is not a high-end, super fancy, expensive restaurant. So hopefully some of you will be able to come out and enjoy lunch, laughing, and crafting with me. Okay, so I keep saying, let's turn the camera over, but then I think of all these things I want to share with you. Hi, Joan. It's so great to connect with you guys. Okay, keep commenting, even if you're watching the replay. I love to hear what you're up to and how everything's going. Okay. I always feel like, is there anything I can do to make it a little brighter there? Okay. So let me first remind you, most of the links and everything you need to know is in the description, but there's a really easy way to see everything at a glance is to go to my Linktree website. Good morning, Lynn. Comment ça va? C'était a long time que nous n'avons pas parlé. It's a long time since we haven't talked. Good to see your name pop up. Okay, so Linktree/Stampin' for Fun is if you type that into your browser, it'll take you to a page that has all my important links. So you can browse my store, you can sign up for classes, you can request a catalog, head to my blog, whatever you need, you can go there. Okay, so let's clear off the table a bit. Do you guys remember what we're focusing on this month? Oh, of course I didn't take the stamps out. But last week we made this card, and the week before we made this card. So I've been playing with the beautiful Dainty Flowers Designer Series paper. It is a Saleabration exclusive paper. So look at the gorgeous designs. I mean, you can see I've been using them. I've been cutting them up. I've got packages half open. So many beautiful things. Hello, hello, Tracy. How are you? Okay, so look at these gorgeous designs. So I've been really kind of focusing on that. Now, just remember with Saleabration and these gifts that Stampin' Up! Gives you with your minimum order, $60 order, they are while supplies last. So I know the Dainty Flowers has been a huge, huge hit. So far, I mean, last time I placed an order, which I think was Friday, it was still available. I am hoping to place another group order. So if you live locally and you want to share a little shipping or whatever, just message me ASAP and let me know what you want, because I don't want things to sell out. I want all of you people to get what you want. But I love that paper so much. And these are a couple of cards that we made recently with that paper. And don't forget that if you want the make and take packets pre-cut for you, all you have to do is place a minimum $60 order on my online store, and I will mail you the make and take packets for the projects that I'll be showcasing next month. So just a little hint and sneak peek, next month, this will be kind of the feature stamp set, which coordinates with other Saleabration paper. So you don't want to miss out getting the packets. And of course, as I mentioned, another way to get the packets is to join my Team S.T.I.C stampers, and you just have to pay $10 to get a packet, and that includes shipping. Okay, so this week I thought I'm still going to play with this gorgeous paper. I'm still going to use the Something Fancy stamp set, which I know I took out. Oh yeah, I did take it out. Okay, so I really like this. It's a new stamp set in the mini catalog, and I love just the way the fonts are, and it's super awesome that the coordinating dies are really great label dies that work really well with these sentiments. We used it last week. See how we used those dies there. And then if you buy the two together, you save 10%. So it's a great option. And so we'll use that bundle today. And I know the past 2 weeks I kept it sweet and simple. And so that's the fun thing about stamping, right? You can go sweet and simple, easy, fast, or you can kind of take it up a notch and add more texture, add more bling, add more embellishments. So today we're going to take it up a bit because I know a variety of people watch my live. Some of you are more beginners, some of you have been stamping for a long time. So, I like to have a variety. And plus, even though I've been stamping a long time, simple makes me happy too. I agree. All the sheets in the Dainty Flowers are stunning, stunning. Okay, so if you've never crafted a card before, it's just really easy to take our 8.5 by 11 sheet of cardstock. I'm using the Fresh Freesia color. I'm a big fan of pink and purples, and I know not everyone is like me, but um, what can I say? Okay, and so I'm going to cut it in half. So all I did was cut the 8.5 by 11 sheet of cardstock in half, and then I'm going to score it at 4.25. Okay. Oh, I saw my friend Leanne hop in. Oh, hello, Leanne, out in Scotland. I hope you are well. Okay, so Leanne and I have adventures coming up that we can get excited about. Okay, so this is the card base. So actually, one sheet of cardstock will be able to make you 2 card bases, which is super great, cost effective, efficient. But I'm just going to take this other piece. I'm going to cut it at, oops, I'm using the cutting blade here, and then cut it at 4 inches by 5.25 inches. Okay. And so this is very common if you've watched my lives. I love to kind of layer. But to add even more texture, I am going to emboss this. So stay tuned if you want to see how I dry emboss this layer. But in the meantime, I am going to cut some of this gorgeous designer series paper. It's almost like painful that I can't use both sides, but anyway, we will move on and try not to cry and have too much distress. I'm going to cut it at 2 inches, and I don't know, let's try 5 inches. Okay, and then this will be a layer on our card. Okay, I may actually, I don't know, we'll see. Maybe I'll try 4.25. I just want to keep that, I just want that fresh freesia to keep kind of showing through. Don't want to cover it all. And then we've got that gorgeous paper. And then I love, so this is one of the hallmark things about Stampin' Up! Is the color coordination. So you see in the Dainty Flowers paper, it coordinates beautifully with the fresh freesia there. There's some fresh freesia in the flowers. Gorgeous. It'll go together really nicely. So why don't I cut this around, let's try 3 inches. By 4 inches. Okay. And I like to kind of do by multiples of 12 because this designer paper is 12 by 12. So this way, if I want to make multiples, I don't have any wastage there. Okay, so maybe something like that looks good. Okay, see how we're using layers to add a little bit of wow to the card. And I'm going to take a little bit more of this designer series paper and then we'll do our die cutting. So let me see. There. This Dainty Flowers designer series paper is so pretty. And I want to use, see that gorgeous fresh freesia? I'm just looking to see if I have a scrappy piece rather than having to cut a whole new piece. Probably not, but let's see. You never know. Oh yes, here. See, I like to maximize all these little pieces. Okay, so we're going to use this fresh freesia piece and you'll see how we're going to use it. Okay, let's take out our cut and emboss machine. So as I mentioned, a cut and emboss machine right now is on special. I know both sides rows are gorgeous. So you can actually add on this mini cut and emboss machine as part of the starter kit for only $40 extra. And the starter kit is already an amazing deal because you can get $225 worth of product and then pay $135, no shipping and no tax in most provinces actually. So it's a win-win, and that's just during Saleabration. So Saleabration, it ends in February, end of February. So okay, and then I'm going to change it up a bit. I'm taking this cute butterfly die. I don't know if you know about this. Is actually from the annual catalog, this Quiet Meadows. But one of the stunning things about this Quiet Meadows bundle is there are all these different dies. Okay, so I hope I can find the one I'm looking for. I know there's like a little butterfly, but maybe it's not here. Let's check. Did I lose it somewhere? Did I put it in here? Oh, it's in this little container. I'll take it out. So this is part of those dies, and these dies don't necessarily exactly coordinate with the stamp set. They don't match, maybe that's the word, but they coordinate. So it die cuts all these beautiful flowers and greenery. There's like a little mini tag, and then there's this cute little butterfly. So we're going to use that and die cut that. So the mini cut and emboss machine, I mean, I have both on my table, the regular size and the mini. So sometimes when I'm just using little strips of paper and, little dies, I can use the mini. Or if I'm ever traveling, like going somewhere for a crop or an event or something, I can bring the mini along with me. So there's our little die cut butterfly, which is great. You can see how the card's coming together. And then I'm going to take some of the rich razzleberry. As you can see in this designer series paper, there's this rich razzleberry color. Oh, Leanne, I know. Do you love butterflies? Right? Just like that. We just rolled it out. So cute. Okay, so I'm going to take the rich razzleberry color here. And then we're going to use these Something Fancy dies. Okay, these dies are super interesting because they've got all these labels. And I'm going to use this label here. So I think that'll be fine. What I think is interesting, so I haven't shown you guys these things, and I didn't use it on my card today, but let's live on the edge and see what happens when we use it, because I kind of noticed that this like fits here. Like it just, I don't know, am I holding it in the camera so you can see? Like, I think the designers were thinking of something. So let's just see what happens, okay? So this is as wild as I get on my Facebook Lives. I'm going to do something I've never done before. I'm just going to put these dies together and see what happens. So probably it would be a good idea to kind of use some washi tape or something to kind of, but doesn't it look like they belong together? Isn't there something, like it fits so perfectly? I'm very curious what's going to happen. So if it doesn't turn out, we're not going to worry. It's just paper. It's not going to break the bank if I take another sheet of paper. So I encourage you when you're crafting, don't be afraid. Just try. You might like the results, you might not. And for someone like me, I am pretty much a organized, follow the rules kind of girl. So this is my like way to be free. Stamping is my way to be free, to do something like a little unexpected somewhere. Okay. Ah, look what it did. It's beautiful. Okay, it doesn't go with my card today. That's not what my card originally looked like. But I'm super happy I tried it. So it is meant the designers did, they were thinking. Okay, now I lost the die. I don't know where I put it. I gotta find it. Here it is. Okay, so look at that. So these little pieces, okay, these little pieces coordinate with this. So if that doesn't sell you on these dies, I don't know what will. Like, that's awesome. That is awesome. Okay, so then we've got these other ones, which I haven't tried yet, right? But I mean, they must fit too. So this maybe gives a little hole. You could put a ribbon through it. This one gives sort of a leafy effect. Let's see. Sorry, you guys are getting my experimentation. That's super awesome. So if you haven't placed your Saleabration order yet to take advantage, look at that. Okay, very good, very good. So that's another fancy topper you could have on your tag. Okay, so now I don't know what to do because I love this, but it's not really what my card was supposed to look like today. So I'm not quite sure what to do now. Do we just live on the edge? And yeah, okay, we'll just use it because it's gorgeous, even though that's, okay, we're just going to use it. Okay, so I'm going to move this little baby cut and emboss away. And look, these little cutout pieces, we could totally save those and use those for another project. That's very exciting. Okay, that was like a moment of sheer excitement, my friends. I don't know how you're feeling, but my Tuesday is a lot better because I played with that today. And for all of you who tell me I don't have time to play with my goodies, I don't know what to say to you. You should make time because if it makes you happy, sometimes, you know, I am a very responsible person. I take my responsibilities seriously, but I always make time to craft and create. There's something about, you know, play that makes me a better mom, makes me a better wife. I think one should play. So I just make sure to always get out my stuff and play at least once a week, even though now that I've got this full-time job gig thing, I make sure to play. Okay, so see this card? So many layers, so many things, very exciting. I am using a brand new embossing folder called the Cane Weave Embossing Folder, also in the mini catalog. And as you know, even though Stampin' Up! Is still releasing catalogs with beautiful products and beautiful samples inside, um, Stampin' Up! Is not immune to some of the supply chain issues that have been going on around in the world. So what they have in the warehouse is what they can sell. When they sell out, they just have to wait for the next shipment. So it's always best if you go to my online store and you see things are available and you want it, you should shop for it because who knows if it'll be in the warehouse later. So I am doing a little embossing with that fresh freesia layer that I had cut earlier. And if you've never seen dry embossing done, that's how easy it is. Stampin' Up! Has so many different kinds of folders, and ta-da! It's like we've got this sort of waffle effect on the card, and I think it gives a really nice just texture. It adds texture to the card. So it's the kind of card that you give somebody and you hope that they're going to run their fingers over it. You hope that they're going to just feel like so special that you made this card for them. Okay, so there's our layer. We can probably adhere that down. Where's my seal adhesive? Okay, so our seal adhesive is quite strong, so you don't need a lot. A little goes a long way. It is so nice. Okay, so that's our layer, and then we can put down our designer series paper here. Okay, something like that. Okay, so let's adhere that. Okay, so just pay attention. A lot of our designer series papers, they do have an orientation. So this case, I think everything's pointing in this direction. So it just takes a minute to just double check that you've got everything going in the right direction. Okay, so our seal adhesive, we'll stick that down really nicely. Okay, and then we've got this beautiful label here. So let's pick our sentiment. We could do like this one, I think would go really nicely here. Beautiful beginnings and happily ever afters. Nothing fancy, just love. May the good you do come back to you. So this is kind of, you could use that as a thank you. So all of these work really nicely with this die. So see how versatile that is. So let's pick one here. Okay, And we'll pop it on our block. And you may be wondering, like, oh, she's going to stamp on such a dark piece. So what I'm going to do to really make it pop is I'm going to use some white embossing powder. So this, I don't know what it's called, this Essentials Toolkit, I don't know. It's for embossing. Anyway, it's got, like, it's a tray so that you can collect the embossing powders. I'm just going to clean it out. And it comes with, when you purchase the tray, it actually comes with a little brush and these like reverse tweezers, which are great. So just let me brush out some of the old powder. Okay. So see, you open this and then the powder can come out the bottom. So it just helps to keep your tabletop a little cleaner and neater when you are doing some embossing. So this is the difference. This is called dry embossing, when we used the paper and we ran it through and it created sort of this textured effect. What I'm going to do now is called heat embossing. And I'm going to take my little label and I'm going to use this embossing buddy. So I think this is all included with the kit. I haven't looked at it carefully, but I'm pretty sure I bought it all together. Okay, and then I'm going to grab the white embossing powder. Okay, and then we're going to stamp. So what was the point of this embossing buddy? Okay, this embossing buddy is to help remove the static from the paper, or like, yeah. So that way you'll see when I pour this powder on, the powder should mostly stick to where I've stamped rather than like kind of going all over. Oh, Leanne, you haven't seen that? I think it came out in, I want to say the holiday mini catalog it came out, but I'm pretty sure it carried over. So it's still available in the online store if it hasn't sold out, but it still should be available. Okay, so then this is the Versamark ink, and this ink gives a watermark effect, and it's kind of sticky. The ink is kind of sticky, so I'm just going to tap to get that ink nice and juiced up on the stamp. Okay, and then we have to work a little bit quickly here. I'm just going to stamp onto my label. Okay, so this is what I mean by watermark effect. It gives kind of a tone on tone. I don't know if you can see that. And then I'm going to pour the embossing powder on top. And because the ink is kind of sticky, okay, because the ink is kind of sticky, the powder should stick to the ink. Oh, I missed a little part here. Okay. Okay. So there we go. And so this is why the embossing buddy is good, because you've poured the powder on, the powder sticks to where the Versamark ink was, as opposed to kind of going all over the place. Okay, keep that there. And I like the tweezers because they prevent you from burning your fingers when you use our heat tool. So let me just use the heat tool. And you're going to know it's ready when it goes shiny and popped up. Okay, so right now it's kind of white and matte. You see a much more dramatic difference sometimes when you're using the silver or the gold embossing powder. But a chemical reaction occurs with the heat, so I'm going to turn it on. I don't know if you can see it, but it's pretty noticeable here. It goes shinier. So the powder kind of melts and gets shinier. Okay, perfect. That's that. Oh, I don't know what I did there. Oh, I know. It was from my tweezers. Okay, lesson learned. You should always clean your tweezers before you grab that, because now we've got powder on there. Okay, that's okay. And there we go. So let's put some dimensionals on here to pop it up. I'm still experiencing some heart excitement about this fancy topper at the top. So those of you who earned the packets from placing an online order in December and you have the packets, you're going to be like, I don't have that part on the top of my label. I'm sorry, you do not, because I just discovered the awesomeness of it today. So I'm sorry, yours doesn't have it. But what I had intended to do was to just use the coordinating fresh freesia ribbon, and then you can tie a bow. Okay, and you can put it up there. But now I kind of don't want to because it'll be covering up that really cute design. But just so that those of you who have your packets and you're stamping along, you're like, what's with this ribbon in my envelope? So now you know where the ribbon goes. Let's use our glue dots to adhere that. Okay. Okay. And then where's our cutie butterfly? Right? So we might need a mini dimensional for that. So believe it or not, Stampin' Up! Sells regular size dimensionals and mini dimensionals, depending whether you are adhering something mini or regular size. Okay, and then, so that's pretty much the card. Do you like the textures? Do you like the layers? And then let me show you. Of course, I've been having fun with the adhesive backed milky dots. So you can see it at last. So let's put a little gem on there. I feel like these ones have a little bit of tint of a little bit of oh, where's my take your pick tool? Oh, so sad. Hello, take your pick tool. You can tell I was stamping this weekend because my stuff obviously has been moved around. Oh well, okay, so let's take a little gem here. There we go. Okay, so the original card, and if you want, yeah, you can, if you want to fold up the butterfly wings a bit, so just like makes it look like the butterfly is in mid-flight. Okay, so yeah, this was the original card that didn't have the little cutout there. Okay, and then yes, so 3 weeks now we have done projects with the Dainty Flowers Designer Series paper and the Something Fancy stamp set and dies because I'm a huge fan of them. Where's the other sample card here from last week? Okay, so there we go. So see, you can use totally the same products, end up with totally different cards, depending if you want to go with something simpler or something more layered with texture. The choice is yours. Super fun. Okay, so before I forget, I did pull some cards to just get you excited to not forget. I mean, even if you have placed a celebration order, it's not unusual to place multiple celebration orders so that you can kind of collect all the exclusive stamp sets. Okay, so there's this one, which is free with a $120 order, the name of which is somehow escaping my mind. Okay, and then this is the Adorable Owls. This is a cute swap card I received for one of the Team Stick girls, Kimberly. So Adorable Owls, that stamp set is available to you with a minimum $60 order. So if, say for example, if your order is $120, you can either choose two $60 gifts, free gifts like the paper and the owl, or you could just choose one of the higher value gifts. Okay. Oh yeah. Well, this was from my kickoff party. Some of you already saw that, but just using that beautiful Dainty Flowers paper again. And because, I didn't really do Valentine cards, but I truly believe it's time to do Valentine cards. So I just wanted to show you a swap card I received. I think it's from Bonnie um, out in Alberta. So this is a fun Valentine's Day card using the Country Floral Suite. Okay, so I hope you like all the inspiration and the samples. I really appreciate you joining in. Because you totally make my day. As I said, I continue to be a demonstrator, not only because I get to enjoy a discount on the products that I love, but because of the friendships and community and connection. So I hope the card that I shared today inspires you. Keep stamping with me. I'll be here again next week, Tuesday morning, 9 a.m. Eastern. Um, but really, I would love it if you connect to me, whether you decide connect with me, whether you decide to join some of my classes like Lunch, Laugh, and Craft or the stamp camp coming up, or whether you would like to join my team and take advantage of all the perks, so many perks, with joining the Stampin' Up family. Take advantage during Saleabration. Now is the time, my friends. Thank you for joining me. Bye for now.